Hello and welcome back to another video. I am super excited for this one because I have a lot to catch you guys up on. So if you didn't already know, I'm kind of doing a bit of a county big year where I'm trying to see 100 birds in my county as kind of like a casual goal to work towards over the birding year. And in the last video, we were at 30, and right now I am at 49, which means in this video, I am going to find my 50th county bird of the year, which officially marks the halfway point to that goal. Plus, I found a very unique subspecies of bird, so I'm going to go over what that subspecies was, as well as what a subspecies is. So there's a lot of excitement in this video that you are not going to want to miss. My name is Shayna Cossette, and you're watching Shayna Cossette Birding. So a lot of my birding this past week has actually been done from right here on the couch. I have a nice big picture window. I can have my binoculars, my coffee, my water bottle, as well as my phone running for eBird, and just watch my feeder station, see what comes in, see what flies by, and then also use my camera to try to get some pictures when I can. So in the last video, we ended off with the Northern Harrier as the 30th species for my county for this year. The next bird that I saw was this purple finch. This is a male purple finch, and it showed up at the feeder, and I actually got a video clip of it on the Peck Perk Smart Bird Feeder first, which if you guys are interested, I do have a link with them that's in the description. Absolutely no pressure at all. But yeah, so I actually caught it on the Smart Bird Feeder first, and then I did end up seeing it the next day it came back to the bird feeder, and that time I was able to get some video clips of it, and since then it has been a regular at my feeders. I see it most days. It's very, very pretty. And then most recently, yesterday, a female also showed up, but I didn't get any video of her. So that is county bird number 31. County bird number 32 is a super exciting one because this is a yellow-rumped warbler, also known as a butterbutt by a lot of birders. It's kind of a common nickname because of the yellow patch on the rump, but this yellow-rumped warbler is actually the Audubon subspecies. And so you can tell it's the Audubon subspecies because it has the yellow throat as well as the black on the face. If it were a myrtle subspecies, which I will add in a picture here, it would have a white throat and different markings on the face. And so both of these are yellow-rumped warblers. They are the same species. They can interbreed with each other. And so a subspecies is groups of birds that are genetically related enough to still be able to breed with each other, which is a key characteristic for being a separate species. You can't interbreed. So they are the same species, they are related enough to be able to successfully breed with each other, but there is usually some distinction geographically range-wise that allows them to start to differentiate from each other. So they have a difference in their geographic range or habitat use, and they have a difference in one of their genetic components that can be selected for in terms of evolution. So in this case, the gene difference causes the difference in appearance. So I won't get too much more into the sciencey detail in terms of that, but basically a subspecies is a group of birds that are closely related, have some sort of genetic trait that is heritable, but have a difference in geographic range or habitat use or some other factor, and they are on the path to becoming separate species, but they're not genetically different enough yet to be considered a separate species. So hopefully that made sense. If it didn't, please ask any questions you have in the comments below. I'd be happy to look into this further and do a much more detailed in-depth dive for you. But that is kind of the general difference between them. So now that we know that, I saw the Audubon subspecies, which is typically more in Western Canada. In Saskatchewan, they only typically show up in the Cypress Hills, so to have one way up north in where I live in Stony Rapids is really exciting, and it's actually considered a rare bird for that. So nothing changes on my life list. I still only have just the yellow-rumped warbler on my life list, but it's really cool to document a kind of out of range subspecies. And also they're just a stunning bird. This one was particularly showy. It was not deterred by my presence at all, so I got to see lots of great views of it. I also got lots of great video clips and some really, really nice pictures as well. Yeah, so just a great bird. That is number 32 for the county. Number 33 was a common goldeneye that just flew by, as well as we had some geese. We had some snow geese fly over the river. And then number 35 was our first sparrow of the year, and that is the white crowned sparrow. Now, I really love these white crowned sparrows. They are super, super cute. I find their black and white stripes on their head just really contrasting, which makes them easier to spot. I also was able to get some really cute pictures of a couple of the ones that visit the yard. There's now quite a few that hang out. I think there's like 3 or 4 now. So bird number 36 of the year is the common grackle. Originally, I only got some kind of crappy through the window shots, which you can definitely take pictures and video through a window, but it's gonna add an extra pane of glass, which means your photos and videos aren't gonna be as sharp. And also, my picture windows, the seals are broken on 2 out of the 3 panes, and they fog up when it gets warm, which is right now because it's spring. So it's really super blurry. But I was able to get a couple video clips of it when it showed up in the yard a little bit later. Grackles, I think, are a somewhat underrated species of bird because I completely understand how they can be really annoying at feeders if they're eating all of your bird seed and scaring off the smaller birds, but their iridescence in the sunlight is absolutely stunning if you get to see it in the right light. And so just another really cool species. Number 37 of this year so far was a European starling, which once again, I saw just sitting here on the couch. Was not expecting to see one of those in town. Last year, there was a flock that came to the dump for like a day and then moved on. But this starling actually hung out for a few days, and it hung out at the house. It came to the feeder. Once again, these are a invasive species. They were brought over from Europe. And even though they're invasive and generally kind of not wanted, once again, they're a very pretty bird. I can't deny that they are absolutely stunning. They have purple and green iridescence, and when they are in their fresh breeding plumage, they have the white specks on all the tips of their feathers that wear off throughout the year, and just another really pretty bird. The next bird that I saw was kind of a funny story because my partner and I are both recording birds on eBird, and we're not per se in a competition, but we're also kind of in a competition. And so we both often sit on the couch and watch for birds together, and I saw a flash of red, and I was like, that is a new bird. It's gotta be something. It kind of looked like thrashery red for a brown thrasher, but it wasn't big enough to be a brown thrasher. And so I was trying to figure out what it could be. And then my husband also saw the same bird kind of dart off really quickly in a flash of red. And it took us 3 days to finally ID this bird. We were able to figure out that it runs out from the thick underbrush really, really quickly, grabs a seed, and runs back. And so I was able to get it on camera, and it was a fox sparrow. So that was bird number 38. The next 3 birds we saw when we went to check on the ice conditions on the river and the lake, so I don't have very good photos or videos of either of them, so I'm just going to list them off now. Number 39 was common merganser, number 40 was bufflehead, and number 41 was American widgeon. And then the next day in the morning, so this is now May 6th, it is May 8th today, the 42nd bird, also didn't get great footage or video, was an osprey fishing over the river. So that was super exciting. I also saw a northern flicker fly by. I've been hearing them calling. I will eBird them if it's heard only, but I usually try to at least see them as well, just for the list. And so I didn't get any photos of videos or that one either. So now we are on May 7th, which was yesterday. And yesterday we had south winds, we had super warm temperatures. It was our warmest day of the year so far, and we had a migration explosion. So basically wind was funneling from the bottom of the province all the way to the north. It was quite strong winds, and I'm guessing it just blew a whole bunch of birds up north here, and so we're finally starting to see actual migration occurring with some of the kind of warmer summer species. So yesterday was a big day for birds, not to be confused with Global Big Day. Global Big Day is this Saturday, May 10th, and it is like a big year but condensed into a single day. So a lot of birders will go out and try to see the most species they can in a single day. Some people plan very extensive trips, other people stay in their area. I will just be staying in the area and trying to find as many bird species as possible. And so if you log any birds you see in eBird on May 10th, as long as you submit the checklist by May 13th, you can be a part of this very big citizen science day where you just try to log as many different birds as you possibly can find. So yesterday, May 7th, was a huge migration day. We started with a white-throated sparrow in the morning. I actually heard it through the walls of the house when I woke up, and so I immediately went and got my binoculars and my camera to go see if I could find it. The next bird that I saw was an American kestrel. I didn't get any photos or videos of it, but it was flying by along the street. The next bird, number 46 now, if we're keeping track, is the brown-headed cowbird. This is a new bird for the county for me. I have not logged one in this county before, so that was also really exciting. At first, I thought it might have been a rusty blackbird, but you know, it was the brown-headed cowbird. Number 47 was a chipping sparrow, which are very, very cute sparrows with a little rufous crown on them. And fun fact, the very first time a chipping sparrow came to our bird feeder, my partner asked what bird that was, and so I said chipping sparrow, and he thought I said chicken sparrow, so we affectionately refer to them as chicken sparrows in our household. The 48th species yesterday was a flyover. It was a sandhill crane. I did take a very far off picture, and when you zoom in completely all the way in, you could see that it was a sandhill crane, so I did count it, but that one's maybe a little borderline. And then that brings us to today. This morning, got up, and the first bird I saw in the very tip tops of the trees was a yellow-bellied sapsucker. So this was another awesome bird to pick up. They're very pretty. I got some decent video clips of it as well. Oh, and I did also see a Myrtle's yellow-rumped warbler yesterday as well, but it doesn't show up on the list because I already logged the Autobahns earlier this week. Alright, so that gets you caught up to present time. It is May 8th. I'm probably going to try to have this video out either tonight or tomorrow before Big Day, so that you guys get the heads up about it to participate in it. Last year, I believe I got 19 species for Big Day, so I'm gonna try to get like 25, I think is potentially doable, especially with all these new birds showing up. So we'll have to see how that goes, but I will be trying to put that video out as soon after Big Day as possible, so you might get kind of like a double video week this week. But now we are going to try to find the 50th county bird of the year so far. And I've been purposefully trying to stay away from the window until I got ready to film, because I keep seeing birds flitting and looking at them, and like one flew by, possibly a tree sparrow, another one flew by, possibly a ruby-crowned kinglet. I didn't look too close because I wanted to make sure the 50th one I got on camera with you guys. So with that being said, I'm gonna switch over to filming on my cell phone, put my big zoom lens on my camera, and we are gonna head outside. It's a little breezy, so I don't know how it's gonna be for wind noise, but I'm gonna try my best to keep that quiet. And yeah, we will have to see what my 50th bird species will be. So now is the time. Put your guesses in the comment of which bird you think is gonna be the 50th species, and we will see who guesses right by the end of this video. All right, we are out in the backyard. I'm mostly going to be scanning the treetops because I think probably like a warbler species or some other small songbird is most likely to be the next species. I'm not 100% sure though. So far there are some juncos in the yard and some dogs barking. So we will see what we find. All right, so far we still have some juncos in the yard, and also the yellow-bellied sapsucker is still in the backyard as well. So I grabbed another quick clip of that. But so far I'm not seeing any other birds, so we might have to hang out for a little bit, drink some coffee, see if anything shows up, and maybe go for a little bit of a walk or a drive. All right, we are back inside. The grackle is currently at the feeder, and we are going to see if we can spot anything in here. It's also pretty much lunchtime, so I'm gonna take a break for lunch, and then we will see what else we can find. I'm thinking I might have to go for a drive. It is a bit breezy today, which is not the greatest for birding, especially those small birds are gonna stay a little tighter. They're not gonna be flying around as much, but we will see A, if the sun comes out, and B, we might just have to wait until a little bit later in the evening when they are more likely to be foraging. Never mind, there is a bird right here. What is it? I think it's some kind of, is it just a red-winged blackbird? I don't know. We're gonna have to get some photos and videos of it though. Oh no, oh, I hit the window. Whoa. What are you? You're dark, but you have white stripes on your wings and some modeling of some kind. Switch to photo mode. And of course it's through the window, so it's going to be super blurry. Bird number 50? But what is it? I don't even know what it is. Oh, and the osprey is fishing right now too. Okay. So now the fun challenge is going to be getting a photo that's IDable without scaring it, identifying it. I'm gonna, like, the most likely answer is usually what it is. It's usually not the exciting rare one. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be like an immature red-winged blackbird would be my guess. But I don't know for sure. So we're going to have to get out the ID book and figure it out. But first I need it to get away from the fence so I can get a proper picture of it. It's got quite a thick bill, and those two white wing stripes are going to be key ID features. Oh, this is so cool, you guys. I want to say it's going to be a red, but it doesn't have red wings. So is it just an immature male? I don't know what this is yet. It's a mystery. The number 50 is a mystery bird. Oh no, they all just flew. Okay, where are you going? Across the street. We can work with that. I'm not getting great pictures through the window at all. Okay, let's grab our ID book and try to figure this out, shall we? Species number 50 for the year. Woohoo! Okay, got my Simply Bird guide. We're going to be looking in the blackbird family for sure because it's blackbird. And keep putting you guys in front of my coffee cup. And let's see what we can find. Blackbirds, 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 blackbirds. Okay, so there's brown-headed cowbird. Ooh, potentially a dark first summer red-winged blackbird male. It's definitely not a grackle. The tail's not long enough. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say, based on this, we are looking at a dark first summer male red-winged blackbird. So it doesn't have the red because it's not, I'm assuming, fully mature enough yet. But red-winged blackbird. You know what? Since it's in the other tree, I'm going to try and open the front door and see if I can't get better video footage of it. Okay, red-winged blackbird is species number 50. Did you guess that one? Probably not, because I thought it was going to be something small. Definitely was not my guess. Alright, here it is on the back of the camera. So you can see it's got the thick bill, it's got the white stripe and all the modeling. And I am fairly confident that this is a immature male red-winged blackbird. And so that is just proof you really don't have to go very far to find birds. You can participate in Big Day right from your own couch if you want to. You don't have to do a crazy fancy trip if that's not your style. If you prefer just some casual slow birding at home, this is definitely a way you can do it. I've officially reached the halfway point for my goal for county birds for the year. Once again, this isn't like a series or anything, it's just giving myself something to work towards while also hopefully improving my identification skills. Well, that is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed getting caught up on my county big year and finally figuring out what the 50th species is. I hope you'll stay tuned for the Big Day video because that one's going to be super exciting as well, and just the rest of the summer in general as more and more birds make their way north. And then finally, I just wanted to remind you guys that I have these really cool birding stickers that I have designed. They're all made from my photography and they are available on my website. So if you haven't already, be sure to check those out. A portion of every single sticker is being donated to the Last Mountain Bird Banding Station here in Saskatchewan, and also the shipping is $2 for Canadian and $4 for international. So I hope you guys check those out. Let me know which ones are your favorite. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to get out and go birding.